you ever wanted to silver plate something, but you don't want to go all to the trouble of setting up all the electricity, buying all the chemicals and messing about like that? Well, I'm going to show you a great way today of being able to actually silver plate something at the molecular level without having to do any of that. It's great if you want to repair anything that's already silver, and it's great if you want to make your own jewellery as well. Now, I've got myself a copper sheet here, fairly inexpensive, off of the internet, and I'm going to cut some pendants out and show you how easy it is to do. Now, there are some rules, of course, that you have to follow whenever you're doing anything like this, so it's really important to follow those rules, and then you'll get a great result. Now, I'm going to be using a marker pen here to mark up size I want of my pendants. Start with, and then I can cut them out. And I've got some tin snips here. They're really inexpensive as well to buy, to be perfectly honest. And these will cut through this like nobody's business. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut all my pieces out like that, which are really easy to do. And then I can show you what the next stage is. Now I've got these all cut out. My next stage is just to take a hammer and flatten these out a little bit. And now's the time, if you want to put a shape into them rather than having them square, then you can do that. And that's easy to do. All you need to do is decide what your shape's going to be. So if I want that type of shape on the top of there, then I can just go round with my snips, cut that bit. Oh, there we go. So I've got a bit better shape there. I might do that with another one as well. Turn that into a tag if I wanted to. And you can use the method I'm going to use for silver plating these on most metals as well. So brass, copper, steel, silver. So now those are quite nice and flat. What I'm going to do is drill my hole in next, ready for the chain to go on. Now be careful when you're drilling and don't snap a drill bit, because you'll end up cutting yourself, because that's what I just did. To identify a metal drill bit, all you need to do is, it's the one with a little spur or little point on the end. So I've started to drill. I'm going to mark on where I want to drill and then drill. And if you drill slowly, don't try and drill too far. And this is a really important step, is to go around your edges with a file or some metal sandpaper and just make sure that you've got no sharp edges there. Because the last thing you want to be doing is cutting yourself with these. And it doesn't take an awful lot to do. So now that's lovely and smooth. I can run that across my thumb and it's not cutting my thumb. And also do inside the hole as well. Now you can get these little metal files. I think these cost me about £4. So they're next to nothing. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll finish off these ones as well. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. How I'm going to put patterns on them. And then how I'm going to silver plate them. Now I don't have a planishing hammer, but I want to put some marks on this one. So all I'm doing is going around using a screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and putting some marks on it randomly all the way around. I just think that adds a bit of pattern to it, a bit of interest. Now it will bend the copper up a little bit, so I will have to flatten it out again, but that's not a problem. So I quite like that pattern that's in there now, and all I'm going to do is gently flatten that back out. I have also rounded off all the edges and the corners, so they're not sharp at all. Look at that, that's really pretty. And then it'll look even nicer once it's silver. And then on this one, I'm just using a flathead screwdriver and doing the similar sort of thing. And again, I'll flatten that out. And again, I think that's given that a nice texture throughout. These are all ready now for the next stage. I've cut out my patterns that I want for some of them. Obviously not those two, because they're going to be standalone. And the next part is really, really important. And it's important to get it right and do it in 2 stages as well, if you want to get the best results. I'm going to put some gloves on. So the first stage is to give your copper a really good clean. You can use Brasso. I'm using Brasso pre-wiped here. And this will help give it a shine, but also it will enable you to be able to go on to the next stage and get the best results from it as well. See, look how dirty that is. That's filthy. And I'm going to do both sides of this. This will also remove any little scratches that you might have on there as well. Handling this a lot will make it tarnish. Also, it may have come with a film on it or anything like that. So it's not going to be as clean and as sparkly and as shiny as you want it. And I want it to be really shiny like that. So once you've got it to that stage and you're happy with that, then you can put it to one side, ready for the final stage of cleaning. And you cannot miss out this final stage of cleaning. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Well, look at those. They're all beautiful and clean and shiny now. But the thing is, most proprietary brands of metal polish will leave a film on them. And it's the film on there that will stop this from working. So what you need to do is go over it really well wherever you're looking to silver plate and make sure you get that film off. Now, I'm using 99% alcohol. And look, you can see on that cloth, it's lifted that film off. It's not going to make them dull. It will still shine, but you really need to get that film off. And try as best you can not to touch them after you've done that. So I've done that side. That's all lovely and clean, still beautiful and shiny. And now I'm going to turn it over and then get the film off this side as well. And if you miss this step out, then it's not going to work because you've got that protective barrier there that's going to prevent it. And I've seen so many people try this on YouTube who have gone through the whole steps and not realised that their polish has got film and it's prevented it working, and they think they've got a duff product and they haven't. I'll finish those off. We'll let that evaporate off that alcohol, and then I can show you this magic product. Now they're all clean, what I'm going to be doing is adding my reliefs on here. Now if they don't quite go over the edge, it doesn't matter. I can close them off with a bit of tape at the end before I put the stuff on. So like on this one, you can see there's a little bit at the edge where I've not quite measured them properly. And this is permanent vinyl I'm using here because that gives a much neater finish to it. And it is still going to be really easy to get it off. And I'm just going over it with a bit of cloth like this to ensure that all my edges are down. So all I'm going to do now is quickly go around and do my edges with a little bit of tape. And then I'm ready to put the magic potion on. Well, this is the magic solution. It's silver plating solution. It contains real silver. It's not paint or anything like this. This works on a molecular level with the metal that you're putting it on. You need to give it a really, really good shake and then use a clean cloth with it on like this. Put the lid on. Now this can cause eye irritation, so be very careful. I've got eyewear on and it can be toxic to aquatic life. Now it will go dark like it did there, and that's because it's working. If it doesn't go dark or give a really dark finish to your piece, then you haven't cleaned all the film off it, and that's the reaction it's having with that copper there. You need to rub for about 15 seconds quite firmly. And you can reapply as well if you're recovering silver jewellery and things like that and it's very worn. You can reapply this straight after. I've got one coat on there and I like to put a second bit on. Dab it all over, go dark again, and then I will rub that in for another 15 seconds. Same for the back. So when you've got that done, you can take a clean cloth and give it a buff. I don't know if you can see how well that's coming out. Let's show you the difference. You can really see the difference in the silver there against the one that I haven't done, which is the bronze one. Let's give that another bit of a buff there. And then we can take off these pieces. Should have left a lovely copper finish behind. And this stuff won't scratch off or chip off or anything like that. It has actually worked on the metal, just like silver plating. Massive thank you to all the people that got me a coffee last month as well. Your buy me coffees enables me to purchase this sort of stuff, because this isn't sponsored in any way, shape or form by anybody that makes copper. It does allow me to do all these sorts of things on this channel. So thank you. If you'd like to buy me a coffee and get your name on my coffee board, the link is in the description below. I really appreciate it. So there we go, that's done now. I don't know if you can see that. You've got a silver plate and you've got copper behind it. You've got that two-tone effect there. And then we can turn that into a necklace. So I'll show you one more. Give it a quick shake in between uses as well to make sure that you've got it all covered. And then dab it on like this. Then start to rub it. And you need to rub it in for about 15 seconds. And then I give another coat. There we go. Let's just give it another coat. I think these would sell really well on your stall. They're a little bit different as well. You could even put a clear coat of enamel or something over the top of them if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend resin over the top of them because resin chips off metal really easily. I'd probably sell these for about £12.99 each, which would give me a profit margin of probably about £10. You could do them cheaper if you wanted, or if you do them a lot more elaborate than I have and do other sorts of work, engraving and things on them. And now that's on there, I'm just going to buff that off. See the silver underneath it. It's reacted well with it. And now I can take this off. Make sure if you're using this as well, you read the safety instructions that are on the side of the bottle and wear gloves. We'll give that a quick polish up. And there we go. We've got filigree on there now, so they'll catch the light. See that? But that's come out lovely and silver. Really, really pretty. So I'm going to carry on. I'll do the rest and I'll show you what they all look like finished. Well, these are all finished now and I've made them up into pendants. I think they look amazing. Look at that. It's so hard to show them on camera, but the silver, you can really see it there. Now remember, this is a thin layer of silver on here, so don't go polishing it now with Brasso and things like that. Just give it a buff over, that's all you're going to need. And if the silver does come off, like silver plate comes off things, then you can reapply it if you wish. I love the paw, it's got love written underneath it, the little dog paw. Again, that's silver. Got my birth star, which is Sagittarius. There with the Sagittarius stars above the top. I think the stars have come out really pretty with the copper as the background rather than the silver. And I quite like the animal print one too. I think that's come out quite nice. And they're going to catch the light and people are going to see them. They are going to be popular, I'm sure of it. So easy to make. I've done that whole thing probably today, including recording, in 2 hours. I would probably get that down to about an hour if I wasn't recording. Let me know in the comments what you think and if you've used it. What is it called? New Shine Silver Plating Solution. I will link it in the description below for you. I'm not sure if it's available everywhere. I'm in the UK, but I love it. And if not, if there's something similar, then I will try and link that for you as well. Be sure to check out the video I've got coming up next as well. I think you'll really enjoy that one. I absolutely had a ball doing it. Boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your crafting. Take care. Bye.